Good morning, graduates, families, friends, guests, physician assistant, faculty, and staff. Welcome to the grand finale of a 2.5-year marathon that these guys have just went through, our graduation and white coat ceremony. I'm going to start with some introductions. That way you'll be able to put faces with some of the names your graduates may have lovingly or less lovingly talked about with you. Some of our faculty, Dr. Abigail Allen, if you just give a wave. Dr. Jill Brown, she's also an alumna of the program. Dr. Brian Cole, he's also our medical director. Dr. Sarah Denning, she's our academic coordinator. And Dr. Amy Phillips, she's also an alumna of the program. She would say from the premier class because she's from the first graduating class. My name is Richard Hopkins. I'm also an alumna from the program, alumni. Our staff, Nancy Moody Russo is our clinical coordinator. Stacy Schrader is our education experiential specialist. And Carol Luke, who's in the back of the room, is our administrative assistant. And we have a guest from the College of Health Profession Dean's office, Paula Sadler. And I would like to say some thank yous. Jason Geiser, UFTV manager, for arranging the videography this morning, and his staff for those that can't be here or if you'd like to watch it later. Josh Ilola from Marketing and Communications will be taking some pictures that you'll be able to see later. Ronaldo Ramos, the events technology and support specialist, making sure that the microphones and everything work in the room for us to do this. And Jordan Chapline, now no longer a PA student, is the one who put together the picture slideshow that was shown beforehand. So graduates, today you bid farewell to the days of living off caffeine and microwavable meals, getting ready for class. Gone are the nights spent deciphering the hieroglyphics of medical textbooks for those that opted to purchase the books and open and read them. And no longer do you have to fear the pop quizzes, and exams that for some of you may have made your heart skip a few beats, more than Dr. Brown's rhythm strips for EKG. For those of you that have managed to survive countless all-nighters, and you should see how some of them look on the days of final exams, mastered the art of diagnosing your friends with strange ailments using WebMD, or feeling like you had every diagnosis we talked about in class, perfected the skill of carrying multiple coffee cups without spilling any drops, which is actually a pretty vital skill in many ER and hospital settings. Congratulations, you've earned the right to wear the long white coat and the stethoscope. To the professors and mentors who have shared their wisdom, patience, medical knowledge, thank you for your guidance in teaching them the names of many body parts that they've never heard of and probably have forgotten already. Your dedication has helped shape them into the healthcare superheroes they are today, hopefully ready to battle diseases and save lives while trying not to trip over their own capes. As you step into the real world of medicine, though, always remember that a lot of times laughter is the best medicine, especially when you're faced with trying to decipher another provider's handwriting, get from one end of the hospital to another through a maze of hallways. Each of you does carry the torch of responsibility to uphold the highest standards of healthcare, continually expanding knowledge, and possibly most importantly, advocating for your patients when oftentimes no one else will. Your journey as a lifelong learner, whether you believe it or not, has just begun, and it really is lifelong. So PA graduates, here's to a future filled with endless learning, countless caffeinated beverages, and hopefully few awkward encounters with hypochondriac relatives at family occasions. I guarantee you it will happen. It will happen more than once. Embrace the challenges, cherish the triumphs, and always remember to sanitize your hands, because as we've learned, even superheroes need to keep the germs at bay. As we begin this ceremony, I invite you to bow your heads for the invocation. For those not of the Christian faith, feel free to meditate or reflect in any way that is meaningful for you. Heavenly Father, on this occasion of our PA program graduation and white coat ceremony, we gather in humble gratitude for the journey these graduates have walked. With hearts full of appreciation, we offer our prayers. We give thanks for the countless blessings that have guided them to this pivotal point in their lives. We are grateful for the unwavering support of families, friends, mentors, and educators whose wisdom and encouragement have sustained them through these rigorous years of study and training. As they embark on this calling of healing, grant them the strength to embrace the responsibilities that come with this privilege. May their minds be sharp, their hearts compassionate, and their spirits resilient as they step into the vocation of healthcare providers. Grant them the wisdom to approach each patient with empathy, kindness, and respect, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every individual. Help them to be vessels of healing, bringing comfort to the afflicted, hope to the despairing, and solace to the suffering. Guide their hands as they apply their knowledge and skills, seeking not only to cure, but also to console, to listen, and to understand. May they always remember that healing encompasses more than just the body. It includes the mind, spirit, and the environment in which our patients live. Grant them the courage to confront challenges and uncertainties with grace and perseverance. Let them remain steadfast in their commitment to lifelong learning, ever seeking to expand their understanding and enhance their abilities for the betterment of those in their care. Bless our colleagues who stand beside us, forging a bond of camaraderie and collaboration that transcends boundaries and differences. May we work together in supporting and uplifting each other in the pursuit of our shared mission to alleviate suffering and promote wellness. Finally, grant us humility in our achievements and a sense of gratitude that keeps us grounded amid success. May we never forget the privilege bestowed upon us as healers and the profound trust placed in us by our patients. As these graduates conclude this chapter and commence a new phase of their lives, we offer this prayer with sincere hearts, acknowledging the challenges and joys that lie ahead. May their actions honor this calling and bring comfort and healing to those we serve. Amen. It is now my privilege to introduce our keynote speaker that was nominated by our graduating class from the faculty, Dr. Amy Phillips. She's an associate professor of teaching and physician assistant at the University of Findlay. She's also, as I had mentioned, an alumna of the UFPA program. She obtained her Doctor of Medical Science degree from the University of Lynchburg. She has significant experience as a practicing PA and has contributed greatly to our success with producing competent, ethical, and compassionate PAs, as well as assisting with program maintenance. Please join me in welcoming Amy Phillips to the podium.
Hello, I'm Dr. Phillips, and I'm thrilled to be here today addressing you, your friends, and your family. It is an honor to be chosen by you to speak today. I would personally like to thank the amazing people in the audience for their support during your time with us in the program. Remember back to the first week during orientation, I showed you this picture. I think this is how many of us felt at times during the didactic phase of PA education. By the time you reached your clinical year, you were much more composed. You had gained immense knowledge and many new skills. Say it with me, class of 2023. Pressure makes diamonds. Diamonds are formed under intense heat and high pressure. Sound familiar? It's kind of like learning medical school in less time. There were tough days. And some were tougher. Some days it was even hard to breathe. These hard days served a purpose. They showed you what you are made of. They showed you how to multitask and prioritize. They demonstrated your ability to bounce back from hardship. There will be hard days during your career when you feel overwhelmed, when you have to deliver bad news or hold the hand of a dying patient. And there were moments of epic triumph as you cheered on a young lady from Seymour, Indiana, as she made history at the bratwurst eating competition during Oktoberfest. Determination and drive will take you further than you know. Yes, congratulations, Megan Kinley. We had plenty of laughs and moments of fun. You learned to lean on each other and made lasting connections. Make those connections with your supervising physicians and your patients. Build trusting relationships with them. You started serving the community, exhibiting your humanity and grace. Keep those traits. They will serve you well during your career as a physician assistant. We became a family and celebrated holidays in our home away from home. Don't forget us. We want to know where you end up and how things are going. There were so many fantastic days. You will always be my first class from start to finish, and I learned from all of you. Here are a few of my highlights. I felt real pride when I was working on a committee with faculty members from another division of our college, and they told me what a leader and a great student Emily Anderser was, and they were so right. I remember being so impressed by Olivia Stanton's grit, showing up for ACLS the day after her ankle surgery, when she didn't quite land that triple axel. Rebecca Miller always remained positive, and her kindness was ever present. She received glowing remarks this week from her pediatric rotation. Alexis Smith overcame her fear of blood and came through her surgery clinical like a boss. Mallory Milligan with her Texas-sized heart, always encouraging and sharing her advice to help others in her calm Mallory way. Michael appreciated my lame mnemonics, and he would stay up until midnight making brownies for his classmates. Hannah and Lance gave two of the most impressive CME presentations I've witnessed during my time here. After my father passed, Lindsay, with her heart of gold, made it a point to check on me, even when she was beyond busy herself. Delal, also a heart of gold, we shared many conversations, and she introduced me to higher dose caffeine drinks. Jessica's face would light up whenever we shared stories about her pets, and I'll never forget Mariah laughing to the point of tears trying to tell a joke in class. And I loved talking with her recently about her plans for the future. Taylor and Tyler were inseparable, always entertaining. Taylor is truly the nicest person, and Tyler became a father during the program. The family medicine specialty will be so lucky to have them join their ranks. Susan had so many interesting life stories and EMS experiences to share with all of us. Sean wrote the nicest email to thank the HEAM team, go HEAM team, for his success on the pack rat. Jordan and Megan, the dynamic duo, always put a smile on my face every time they bebopped into my office for a chat and a hug. Nikki Choksky, I didn't forget you, Nikki. Nikki Choksky always wore a smile, and I love seeing pictures of her family's weddings. I will say, the Chokshys know how to dress, and they know how to party. I loved watching the journey, witnessing the growth, and seeing the small failures that led to big successes. The University of Findlay PA program has a long-standing history of excellence, sending its best and brightest to become leaders in the medical community. You can thank your faculty for letting them join those ranks. Your leadership also mentored a new upcoming class of professionals. When you gain experience in your chosen specialty, consider precepting students and sharing your knowledge as others have done for you. We are the bridge between doctors and patients. We are caregivers and patient advocates, but we are also educators and lifelong learners. Learn something new every day at your job. If you make a mistake, learn from it, move forward, and improve. Every student leaves a pearl of wisdom on my Christmas tree to share with their classmates and the next cohort. I love the final line, "You made it here, you will make it through." So don't let up on the gas. Now is your time to ready yourselves and bring your best to the PANCE exam. Set the bar high and reach that final mark of success. It is your time, Diamonds, to shine. Wear the white coat with dignity and pride. It is an honor and a privilege to serve as a physician assistant. Thank you for being my first class and allowing me to participate in your education. It is my pleasure to welcome the 2023 University of Findlay Physician Assistant Program class to our great profession. Now go be amazing. Congratulations on your achievement.
I now get to introduce Tyler Ebiscotti. He is was nominated by his fellow cohort, his peers, to be the student keynote speaker for the graduating class. Tyler grew up in Ottawa, Ohio, and then graduated from the University of Findlay with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology. He enjoys spending time with his wife and children, and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He looks forward to beginning a career in primary care for the underserved. Tyler?
Well, I don't know how I follow that. I definitely don't have a flashy PowerPoint, so as Dr. Hopkins said, my name's Tyler Ebiscotti. You may have heard about me. I'm the one that was crazy enough to have not one, but 2 kids during my time in PA school. When I began to think about what I was going to say today, I didn't even honestly know where to begin. I'd like to start by saying thank you to a few people. First, I'd like to thank God for blessing each and every one of us with the strength and perseverance to make it to the day we have been working toward for years. Thank you to our professors who put in countless hours to help us shine and become the providers that we are today. Your commitment and dedication do not go unnoticed. Finally, I'd like to thank all of you here today, our biggest supporters who are with us through it all. Without your support and encouragement, there's no possible way that we would have been able to make it through. All of the times we wanted to give up and throw in the towel, you were the ones who were with us and were able to help us to continue on. You saw things in us that we never could see and kept us grounded. Obviously, this day marks a momentous occasion for all of us sitting here today. The hours and hours of hard work have paid off. We made it. Despite what others may have thought, we were able to overcome the adversity and unknown of PA school and have made it to the moment that we have been dreaming of for years. We have sacrificed, put things on hold, and chased a dream that we have finally achieved. Looking back, there are so many things that I've learned. Obviously, we've all gained a ton of medical knowledge, but I know that it is true for myself, and I'm sure that it is true for most of you, that we have learned about who we are and what we're made of. In all the stressful times before the exams, presentations, competencies, etc., we found out just how far we were willing to push ourselves. There were many times that it felt like we couldn't take any more, but yet here we are. At this point, I'll give you my takeaway because I'm sure some of you are already tired of hearing me talk. 2 of the biggest sayings for me in my life that have really started to influence the way that I live are the old sayings, don't forget where you come from, and don't blink. It may sound trivial, it may sound silly, but if you hear me out, I think it will make some sort of sense. When I say, don't forget where you come from, I don't mean a dot on a map. There's nothing wrong with being proud of where you're born and raised, but I think there's a deeper meaning to the saying. For me, the saying is a way to keep myself grounded. In the dark hole that I often find myself in when I'm worrying about something in the future, I often have to remind myself of just how far I've come. Before beginning PA school, I didn't even know the first thing about medicine. I just knew that it was something that I wanted to learn and do proficiently. If you would have told me just how much I would have learned in such a short amount of time, I would have politely laughed and said, yeah, right. So the next time that you are in an all too familiar place of worrying about what the future holds, I challenge you to just for 1 second, give yourself some credit and remember where you began and where you are now. Secondly, I think that the saying can also be applied to our support systems. It may seem like a stretch, but these are the people who have been with you through it all. They were there from the beginning. They know what it has taken, all the late nights and early mornings, and all the sacrifices that have been made to reach our goals and dreams. They were there when the thought of going to PA school was just that, a dream. They gave support to help us reach those dreams, no matter what the cost. So, if you haven't done so, thank your support system for building you up and helping you to become someone you never thought you could be. Finally, don't forget where you come from will be applicable one day when you're inevitably asked to be a preceptor for a student. It may be annoying, you may not want to do it, but I encourage you to look past that and do your best to teach the next generation of providers. Let's face it, if we didn't have our preceptors, we would be nowhere near where we are today. The knowledge that they have given us has allowed us to grow in ways that we may never even know. Now I know some of you are thinking, I had a preceptor who taught me about as much as that wall over there. We all had them. So don't be that preceptor. You have the opportunity to help polish a mind and help mold a young provider into a great provider. So even if it kills you for 5 weeks and 2 days, do it. Don't blink is much more self-explanatory and really only has one meaning. If you were to tell me that the last 28 months of our lives would go so unbelievably fast, I wouldn't believe you. It feels like yesterday that we started out and didn't know each other from Adam. I can say that when you start to have kids, things go even faster. Sorry. If you blink, you'll definitely miss it. I told myself I wasn't going to do this, sorry. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge Alan Jackson fan. So, as the king of country music says, the older I get, the more I think, you only get a minute, better live while you're in it, because it's gone in a blink. Those words really make you stop in your tracks. It's a challenge to live in the past, the present, in the fast-paced world that we live in. It's easy to bury our heads in our phones and waste hours on social media. Living in the moment and being present with the ones we love is important and is taken for granted much too often today. So make sure as you start this next chapter in your life, take it all in and live in the moment. So if you were sleeping through the rest of the speech, don't forget where you come from and don't blink. Congratulations to the Masters of Physician Assistant class of 2023. Thank you.
Next in the program is the presentation of the Murray Award. Dr. Davis, who was going to be presenting it, could not be with us today. Dr. Paul Davis is our founding program director, and then he retired, and then he came back, and then he retired again, and he's been a longtime supporter of our program. His donations actually enabled us to move from different facilities to our current space. And his family, his wife's family and his family have been longtime supporters and donors. And this award is set up in honor of Mr. and Mrs. Murray, who generosity has contributed to the successful development of the PA program. They actually, when the program started and admitted the first class in 1998, they had set up our physical exam labs and donated equipment to get the program started. This award is presented to one outstanding clinical year student based not only on academic and professional excellence, but also one who exemplifies the spirit of the PA profession. This award consists of a certificate, a plaque given to the individual, as well as their name engraved on a plaque that permanently hangs in the PA program offices, as well as a $1,000 cash award. It is by check, and so you have to fill out paperwork before we can give it to you, so just so you know. This year's Murray Award recipient was just on stage giving the keynote address, Tyler Abiscotti. At this time, we will begin the white coat ceremony. And what will happen is the graduates will come up in alphabetical order as their name is called. They'll start on your right side of the stage and be coded, and then they'll receive some other things as they go across the stage, and they will gather on this side of the stage. Following this, we will have the inductees awarded for the Pi Alpha Honor Society once they have their coats on. We will have all of the graduates, once they say the PA oath, I'll move the podium out of the way, and they will line up here so you can take as many pictures as you need. We've discussed how to line up, so it should work fairly well. Following that, we'll have the arch ceremony where this will take place outside, and then they can come back inside as well for any other pictures or anything else you would like. So to begin the white coat ceremony, Emily Annisser. Jordan Chapline. Nikki Chokshi. Hannah Coyne. Tyler Abiscotti. Jessica Elkins. Sean Grady. Susan Kempf. Lance Kim. Megan Kimbley. Dalal Mahmood. Rebecca Miller. Mallory Milligan. Michael Morgan. Lindsay Schrader. Taylor Shepard. Alexis Smith. Olivia Stanton. And Mariah Tryon. Truly amazing people. I don't have to say that to you, you know that, but it is amazing watching them go from day one to being terrified to go out on clinical rotations, to finishing the clinical year. Many are still terrified to start practice, which I talked with a few this week. Very, very normal. In 6 months, they'll probably still be terrified, saying, I can't believe I'm in charge of seeing this person and doing these things. Graduates, I want to leave you with reminding you that you are not a test score. You're not a competency grade. We've all had times where you may not have earned the score you wanted or done as well as something that you've wanted to, but those are singular instances. They don't define you as a person. As individuals, a program, and a university, we're happy to be a very small part of what now defines you as a person. And as many have mentioned before, it is our hope that when you're practicing, you do give back, be a preceptor, give a guest lecture, try to be something that helps define someone else. In the back of the program is an oath that we're going to back up and we're going to do the Pi Alpha Honor Society inductees. That is before the white coat ceremony in the program. Dr. Sarah Denning will announce the 3 recipients who are being inducted into the society.
No, one more. Okay. So Pi Alpha. Pi Alpha is the National Physician Assistant Honor Society organized for the promotion and recognition of both PA students and graduates. Membership signifies the inductees' significant academic achievement and honors them for their leadership, research, community, and professional service, and as well as other related activities. The society also encourages a high standard of character and conduct among students and graduates. The top 15% of each cohort are eligible to become members of Pi Alpha. Recipients will receive a certificate of membership, a Pi Alpha pen, and an honor cord. The class of 2023's inductees are Mallory Milligan, Tyler Epscotti, and Hannah Coyne.
I now invite our graduates to turn to the back of the program and recite with me. You can follow along in your programs as well. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Congratulations. Just back here. Left. You didn't have high heels on, so I asked you. That's good. Graduates, if you would like to line up right here in the front, sorority pictures, between the shoulders, squeeze in, so people like to fit together.